And here we are on a fine Saturday afternoon. We're up in front of the Funky Buddha Brewery up in Oakland Park outside of Fort Lauderdale, waiting for Phil Gillis to show up. Man, truly magnificent venue here. We're right in front of the railroad tracks and this upscale, yuppie-looking place. I'm waiting for the Sanborns also. They'll be here. And here we are inside Funky Buddha. We got the Polylog, we got Michelle Stone, Chris, and of course Sanborn himself. And Mr. Gillis has finally arrived.
She never comes to see you.
Leading us back into the inner bowels of the Funky Buddha Brewery here. He spends 12 hours a day here, he says. And here's Phil's lab. You know, we could set this up at Brewery. Mudd will never find out about it either. We'll charge the whole budget for bio.
In the hallway over there. And basically, they take raw barley, they malt it, which is they germinate it, and they create a bunch of enzymes to break down sugars, and then they stop the malting process by kilning it. And then when they kiln it, you get different roasting levels. So base malts are really light, that's the majority of what we use, and then you have some toasted malts, and then you have some high roasted like coffee, dark chocolatey malts. And this is our mill, so we mill up all the grains, and we crush them up into sort of like a coarse flour. And then we auger it up into this hopper, and this thing holds, I think this holds about 800 pounds of milled grains, which we're about to get a bigger one. I think they thought that this was supposed to go on top of here. So this would hold almost enough for an entire batch of unmilled, but once you mill it, it expands. So we need to get about double this size to hold the mill.
I tell you, this looks like Monty Burns' nuclear power plant.
Yeah, excellent. Here is called magic. It makes all the we mix water like at 150 degrees with the milled grains, and we mix it up with those paddles. And here it sits for about an hour, hour and a half, depending on what beer we're doing. And then this false bottom has there's slits, and so we draw the sugary water that we pulled off the grains, and we leave the grain solids behind here. Filled with the wort. We boil in there for an hour and a half. That's where we add hops and some other stuff. And then this is called the whirlpool, and the wort is blasted into there really fast, and so it spins around and it concentrates all the hop solids. And it's kind of wild. There's protein in the malt, and when it boils, all that protein coagulates and makes these solid chunks of like tofu, you know, gelatin. Right. It's gnarly. And so all that stuff gets compacted in there so we can pull off clean wort into the fermenters.
And you can take it home with you, all you can handle.
Yeah, exactly. As much as I get, I guess that's where I get all my protein these days. Here is a plate heat exchanger. And so it's basically like a beer radiator. We put in ice cold water on one end, boiling wort on the other, and boiling wort goes in boiling at one end and comes out at 20 degrees Celsius. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Like one of those counter current exchanges. And then we pump them into our fermenters and add the yeast in here.
Why do they have names on them?
I was told that you need to name them for tax purposes anyway. And so these are names of Riley's, one of the owner's daughters, Miles' dead dog. The other two names are the names of the other owner's kids.
So it's a tax scam.
Yeah, it's a tax scam.
Phil is continuing the tour, checking out all the pipes, making sure the liquid's going where it's supposed to go. Uh-oh, he's plugging something in here. Let's see what happens.
It's called a pigtail.
A pigtail.
I would mix it together, right, Doc? I like the name. Yeah.
Weed.
Let's go ahead and put it on there. Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I see.
How much? Take as much as you want. This is the red dot. Oh no, sorry. It's the hot gun. Hot gun. This is the IPA.
What you just had?
Oh, there she goes.
And I'm guessing this is the batch that went bad this morning, right?
Yeah. This is the sour. Like you kind of sprayed it right down the middle if you.
Is that for like eye protection, eye wash or something?
We so obviously the little bit of beer gets stuck in there whenever we sample, and so we have like flies around here, and so bacteria doesn't grow in there and contaminate the whole batch of beer. We spray sanitizer up in the.
You can't just go down there with your lips on the pigtail and suck it out.
You can't just go suckling on the teeth, you know.
heading over to the walk-in.
Hey, so two of my buddies that I went to beer school with are Illini.
And
We're everywhere.
it's chilly in here. What are we at, 38 degrees in here?
Probably a little cooler. I think it's set at like 34.
Ah.
But fill up until
It's Chilly Willy.
Oh, this is nice when you get to work in here. Oh, yeah.
Lots of product in here. And there's a big brown gallon jug style that I saw up in the Adirondacks with Saranac Lake beer. Yeah, take it close up look. Fine product. Lots to move out. Guys. Checking out the grains over here. Phil calls this Rad Alley. I don't know why, but he says they hang around. He says they need a brewery caddy here. And they are gearing up for some bottle distribution. They haven't started it yet, but Phil says they're going to be putting in a bottling machine over against this wall. They're going to take the wall down part and put in a bottling machine. Can't wait. Man, here's the labels. Valuable commodity. And inside the Funky Brewery, main fermenting area, Phil's running the tour today. And Artsy Tom, you'll like this. They have a bocce ball court here and a bean toss. It's a full-service brewery. And another Duck Beer Brewery comes to completion here. Polly wants to get some pictures. Let me see.
I got your hand in the picture.
Nice.